How are we going, everyone? Fresh morning again we had. We had -4 degrees last night, ridiculously cold. Frost everywhere, so that was our first true frosty overnight that we've experienced. And if you had the leafy greens and they had frost in them, you should hose them down and wash that frost off so it doesn't actually cause a lot of damage on them. Now I'm back with my citrus, and I've got the other batch of trees I got here down the bottom or the east side of the property. There's 10 down here, which is a bit more protected than on the other side. And they're doing mighty well. Mind you, I do very little with these ones here. The biggest problem I had is rabbits ripping the trunks on these trees. The worst one has been that lemon tree. You can see it there. That's almost dropped all its leaves. It's defoliated. It's going to come good. It's stable. It just needs warm temperature so it can start growing. But look at this one down here at the moment. We've got this lime tree here. It's loaded with limes. Yes, the rabbits are still getting onto the lower branches. But what I've done, here's a couple of tips. One, wrapped up the tree with insulation or electrical tape as a barrier to see if the rabbits will eat through it. Now, they were here consistently every night attacking these trees, and they've come back and they've eaten some of the leaves. Have a look at this. Is it on this one? No, it's not on this one. It's over here on the grapefruit. Come over here. Come down this side here. Have a look at this. You'll see where they're taking bites out, all right? They've taken a bite out of here. They've been chewing on the tips of these branches there, so they've attacked the tree still. Look at the grapefruits, huh? How delicious are they? You want to know the secret? Black grit, folks. Superfood and black grit. That's all I've put on this. That's it, really. There's nothing else to it. So if you're not applying it on your tree, I don't know what you're waiting for. That stuff really does work. That's a grapefruit loaded. And now why these ones are performing better than the other ones on the other side is they got more protection here. They actually do have more protection and they're a happier place for them. So that's why they're producing well for me. The orange hasn't quite taken off. The mandarin, it looks like I've only got 2 out of 10, huh? At the moment. No, there's a lemon over there, so the mandarin's a little bit slow. So the lime, the grapefruit, the mandarin and orange are the only 2 that haven't really produced. So the lemon over there that hasn't been attacked has done well, or it's doing well. We lost a couple of leaves on the top growth there, and this is just cold weather. There's nothing I can do with that. I can cut it right back and get it to start again, but there's no need to. Once this weather warms up, this will start to push on new growth and the leaves will open up. No point giving it anything at the moment, folks. If you haven't fed your trees, that's a different story. Feed them, get your superfood and black grit into it. Now, we also spoke about citrus Gall Wasp the other day. Now, you've seen this stuff, me holding it in my hands here. You're wondering what's going on. Well, I've got the actual sample bit here. This is from one tree that I brought over from a different suburb, and I've had it here, but it also came with its citrus Gall Wasp or galls on there. And this is the one I demonstrated the other day to show you a citrus gall itself emptied, so discarded, and another one discarded with the pitted holes. And then we went to this side here that we had an existing one that is still active and haven't been discarded or anything, so they're ready to emerge. Just a quick one again on these. They need to be treated from now moving forward, especially in the warmer parts of Australia, folks. Mid-winter to late winter, you need to get out there and prune your trees. This is a serious matter because it's just like our fruit fly that's been attacking, and it's moved itself, migrated down to Victoria, and it's starting to pop up everywhere. Citrus Gall Wasp is doing the same sort of damage. Now, in the home garden, a lot of messages between each other on the social pages, people saying, no, there's no need to prune them off. You could just scrape the one side, expose the nest, kill it off, and dries it up and all that stuff. That's great. Problem is, you're treating your tree, but if your neighbour's not treating their tree, you've done your bit to control your galls. And, you know, as much as you love your neighbours, either side or at the back, if they don't treat their trees, it's going to affect your tree again. So it's not just you doing your job and saying, no, you don't need to spray. You actually need to spray. It's not me trying to flog a product off at you. It's me telling you what you need to do to protect your tree from being infested or attacked again. Now, second to that, I was sleeping the other night after doing that little segment, thinking about it and reading some of the posts and responses. All good, mind you. And it dawned on me. I woke up in the middle of the night, about 2 in the morning. Actually, I was going to bed, and just before I went to bed, I went, what? Snail tape, copper tape. Now, what am I saying about this? This is the copper tape we use to wrap around garden beds, pots, trunks of trees, to stop snails travelling up. The copper itself, coating on the top there, causes a small current to run through and gives a little snail a zap. And that stops it from travelling over. it's meant to work. It does work. I don't use it because I've got chooks and they get out there and they do a great job for me. And actually, I've got no snails in the garden at the moment. We also have the snail bait. But I've thought about this. What happens if we wrapped it around? Because this is an organic matter. This is organic matter, right? It's life. It's a tree. The wasp eats into it, burrows into it, nests, matures, becomes an adult wasp, and emerges back out. It chews its way back out. It doesn't just push its way through, it's got to chew its way through. My question is out there, I don't know if anybody's done this, but my question is out there, and I'm going to try this. Will the insect be able to chew through the copper tape? That should be a higher density, and it's a different material altogether. It's inorganic. It's copper, it's a metal, it's got a little bit of glue on the inside. So what if we, let's say, how am I going to do this? Oh, well, let's just use this part here. Let's imagine this is the gall, the lump, that's that there. And this is a really awkward spot there. Normally in a situation like this, I'd say just cut it off and be done with it. But if it's running around, it's, oh my God, settle down, settle down, settle down. Come on, settle down, go. They're playing, Vader just wants to torment her. Imagine the galls on this part here, because most times you'll be able to access the gall itself quite easily. And if you do peel off the one side, you've got to remember which side the swelling has occurred. It doesn't necessarily happen all the way around the branch. It may happen on the one side, as we discussed the other time. If I show you the inside again, sorry for recapping, because a few of you might have missed it. See the timber branch there, the original branch? Imagine it's not broken. There's the timber there that runs on that side, and there's the nesting on that side there. So if you were to peel this side, not knowing exactly where it is, if you were to peel this side here, that have no effect or little effect in controlling the pest there. You want to peel that side and expose the holes, the pitted holes, so that air gets inside and dehydrates them. Now, that's a challenge. It's a 50-50 hit. You can give it a go. You can go out there with your potato peeler and smash it to your heart's content. Or cut off the ones you can cut off and then get... I haven't done this yet. I want to see if it's going to work. Well, I mean, it's only copper tape and there's a bit of glue on it. Or you can take the copper tape, peel this off carefully. There's got a lot of glue in it, so the whole thing's copper. I don't know. Have you tasted copper? I know the snails don't like it. I don't reckon I'll like it if I tasted it. And I dare say this citrus gall wasp adult's not going to like it either. You got to be careful with this stuff, folks. It's highly sticky. So if the gall's just in that section there, let's work from this node here to that one there. So that's the swelling in that area there. I would suggest, let me get that out of the way, to start on either side of it, on an angle obviously, like this, and wrap around. Doesn't matter if you tear it, because sometimes you've got a few thorns, make sure you cut them off. Wrap it around like that, all the way across. Cut a bit more, because I don't reckon it'll chew through it. I honestly don't think it will. Look, this is only a theory, folks. Only a theory. But a bit more tape. This is only a theory, because I think the little insect, it can chew into bark and timber and all that softwood, but can it chew through copper tape or aluminium foil if you like? But this has got the sticky stuff on it, and there you are. Now, we can't monitor this, can we? Because there's no gall there. I'd love for some of you out there who've got citrus gall wasps to give it a go. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. What will happen to the insect inside there? Well, it'll mature, it'll lose its cycle of life, meaning it won't be able to get out there if it can't get out, and then it just dehydrates and dies. Or it might grow into a big monster and start crawling out, and you can see it with the naked eye because it's overlived in its little cocoon. But at the end of the day, we won't know until we try it. So, citrus gall wasp, folks, recap. You can use a potato peeler to expose the right side, not the wrong side. You can spray CGWS. That's our citrus gall wasp spray, preventative spray, especially if your tree or trees have infestation and your neighbours have got it too. It's so important that you both spray it, and that way you prevent any more infestation. And any existing ones that are on the newer branches, young ones that are active, wrap some foil around them. Wrap some around. If you don't want to prune the branch off, just wrap some around. See what happens. I reckon it's going to work. Anyway, wait to hear from you guys. Check out our website, vasilisgarden.com. We've got a $2 black grid and seed sale going on, folks. It's going to finish tonight, I believe. And our cut and prune, that's all our grafting tools are discounted because we've got our grafting weekend this weekend with Craig Castry. A morning and afternoon session. The morning's almost booked out. There's a few more seats available in the Arvo. Go to our website, vasilisgarden.com, to check all the details out for the workshop and all the great products. Vasilis Garden in Lethbridge and Coburg. From me, Vasili, a lot of Vasilis. Maresi.